Okay, and the next words maybe for you, to tell a joke. To tell a joke, something funny. Yes, to tell something funny, to tell a joke that all people will love. Okay, and to tell one's name. To tell one's name means that you can recognize someone's name. Yes, you can recognize. Okay, and now the questions. Do you always feel like telling jokes?
Yes, I always feel like in telling jokes.
Are you good at telling jokes? Are you good?
Yes, I am good at telling jokes.
Okay. Do you have to tell your name when you call someone who probably will not recognize your voice?
I have to tell my name when I call someone who probably will not recognize your voice, my voice.
Okay. And now, can you tell me some expressions with tell? What expressions do you remember with tell? So we have to tell
We
the
have
truth.
tell the truth.
Some new maybe expressions like to tell a joke.
A joke, to tell the information.
To tell one from another.
One from another one.
Okay. And now we are going to watch it, the word say. Yes. So say is used with the following expressions. You can read in your main book. So you can say good morning, you can say good afternoon, and etc. Yes, good evening, good night. You can say something, and you can say nothing. And also we use say with say a prayer. Say a prayer when we speak to the God. Yes, we say a prayer. We can say so. For example, our things are so. And we can say a few words. We can say a few words about ourselves, yes? Okay, so we have some new words here. Prayer. Prayer, yes. When we speak to a God, yes? To a God, when we say some words. For example, in the church. Okay? To say a prayer. To say a prayer. And to say a few words.
To say a few words.
Here you can say a few words about your weekends, about your friends, about yourself. So the question, do you believe in God?
Yes, I believe in God.
And do you believe in prayer's power?
No, I don't believe in prayer's power.
Prayers? Okay. Do you ever say prayers?
No, I never say prayers.
And when do people say prayers?
People say prayers when go to church.
When they go.
When they go to church.
Okay. And can you say me a few words about yourself? For example, you can start your sentence with I'd like to say.
I'd like to say.
What would you like to say? You can say I'd like to say that my name is.
My name is Valentina.
Okay. And can you say a few words about your plans for the next weekend? So you can start your sentence as always is, I'd like to say a few words about.
I'd like to say a few words about my next weekend.
So, what would you do?
I would go skiing.
I would go skiing.
Go skiing, yes.
Okay, very nice. What phrases we say do you remember? What phrases we say do you remember?
I remember say
So we can say
good morning, good
yes.
evening, good night. We can say something.
We can say prayer.
Prayer.
Yes.
We can say so.
Okay. And we can say a few words.
A few
yes.
words.
Okay. And now we are going to watch video about Kate Snow interview a broadcaster. Kate Snow is working on the NBC channel, and we are going to listen what does she have in her work. Okay. So. I will stop at some moments of the video, okay, and we will discuss part by part.
Okay.
English mini-series, Interview a Broadcaster. Hey guys, I'm here with Kate Snow. Could you tell us a little bit about what you do?
I am a national correspondent for NBC News based in New York City.
Oh, I am also based in New York City.
So, who is she?
She is a correspondent in the NBC News.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but another term for the standard American accent is broadcaster English. So people all over the world are looking to those who deliver news in America as a standard for how they might want to speak American English.
Which is a little scary.
Or not.
So, what are they talking about?
She's talking about
that people,
that correspondents,
they are like who? Like accents of English language, of American English language, yes? So, because there are a lot of accents.
Always perfect.
That's true, that's fair. But I'm curious, where are you from? Did you have to change anything about how you grew up speaking English as you went into this field?
That's a great question. I actually find this subject fascinating because there are so many accents in America. I grew up in upstate New York.
Okay.
So not New York City, but way north going towards Canada. And I had an upstate New York accent, which luckily is not a very harsh accent. It's sort of Midwestern. It sort of sounds like Ohio, Illinois.
So,
where
was she born?
She was born in New York.
Upside
the
New
New York.
To the way to the California.
California.
Yes? And what's more?
Accent.
So
American.
her accent is not so harsh as the American, yes, as the American of the news. Okay.
English, but there are little things that I know now because I've had to work past them.
So people have been pointing out, this isn't quite right, we need you to change this, or how have you figured out things?
Early on when I started doing television, which is 20 years ago, I pretty quickly discovered that, for example, you're not supposed to say mountain. That's how I grew up saying mountain, mountain, like a peak.
Right.
I would say mountain, mountain. Or on your shirt is a button, button.
Right.
That's a very sort of glottal stop.
So on camera they're saying make it a real T sound.
Button. So I had to teach myself.
So she said what about how they speak on camera?
Speak on camera.
They speak through T sound,
yes.
like a mountain,
and
button, yes.
Button.
I've had a lot of people ask me over the years about the pronunciation of words with a T schwa N, like mountain, button, sentence. It's true when we're speaking on TV or into a microphone that we tend to make more true T pronunciations. I actually tell my students it's okay to make a stop T here, but be careful about the next vowel. In some regions in the United States, people will say mount N, but N, with more of an as in bed vowel. We want that to be a schwa, mountain, button. Though certainly in some more formal situations, more people.
So when we speak mountain, it's more common, yes, for all people. And when we speak mountain, it's like a regional accent, yes.
We'll make a true T, mountain, button, sentence.
And even now, at NBC News, I'll sometimes be in our tracking booth with a microphone recording my voice, and I'll have to pause and say, mountain, mountain.
So you still have to think about it.
Yeah, I do.
Well, that brings me to my next question, which is when you have a transcript that you're preparing, how much time do you spend with it? Do you have anything special that you do as you're working with the text?
So now, what did she say? What did she ask?
She asked her
how much time does she need to prepare for every news, for every news?
Well, I write all my own pieces for NBC News, so for Nightly News, The Today Show, Dateline. I often will, if I'm collaborating with a producer, I often will write many drafts.
Many drafts. Did you notice how she dropped the T? We do this a lot when the T comes between two consonants. This is easier to pronounce. Drafts.
Many drafts, and make changes. And if somebody, for Dateline, for example, they might write the first draft.
Here it was singular. The T wasn't between two consonants. It was simply part of an ending consonant cluster. So the T was clearly pronounced. Draft. Let's compare drafts with draft.
Draft. I will go through and sort of make it my language and take out words that I know are difficult for me, paraphrase things in different ways, maybe if I know I might stumble on a certain...
So, what did she say?
She say it is different
accent, yes, on the news, and she needs to paraphrase some things, yes, to say them different.
Pronunciation.
So speaking of, what are some of those words that are difficult?
Any word that's not English, I guess you're asking about English, but foreign pronunciations can be especially difficult.
So if you see a foreign word, place, or name, what do you do if you don't know how to
I write it phonetically.
Okay.
In my script, in the copy that I'm going to read, I write out syllables with the emphasis in capital letters.
And so, if she
has a name
of a foreign, some foreign things, what did she do? She write down all the syllables and try, to pronounce it.
Expert to get that name or place, or
it depends. We might call an expert. We sometimes at NBC News will call, if it's a town name, we'll call the village hall and ask them, how do you say the name of your city? If it's foreign, if it's overseas, we have a desk in London that often knows how to pronounce, Ahmadinejad or something like that. Yeah.
Cool. Well, do you have any favorite words in American English?
I have a lot of favorite words. They're not necessarily TV words, like persnickety.
That's a great word.
I probably would never say that word on TV because it's sort of odd, but persnickety.
But you said it here, and now everyone's going to look it up and increase the vocabulary.
There you go.
So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Persnickety.
Persnickety. Yes, persnickety. It's her one of her favorite words. Yes, but she doesn't tell it on in the news. Yes, she doesn't use it.
Means fussy, particular, picky. An example sentence. It's hard to cook for him because he's such a persnickety eater.
So persnickety means придирчивый, hasty, picky person, yes?
It's a 4-syllable word with stress on the second syllable.